Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the match between FC Barcelona and PSG. And I'm going to be setting the stage like this. Hakimi did say some things during the press conference that I'm not going to let go so easy. So this is what he said, and I quote, "Lamine will face the best left back in the world, Nuno Mendes. He has already shown that he is capable of stopping him." And so let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about what Hakimi stated here, because let me tell you guys, when you look at the previous 3 meetings that Yamal and Mendes had, you can very much tell that Yamal does have the upper hand, and let me explain. Looking back at the first leg between Barcelona and PSG in the 2023-2024 season, Barcelona won away from home against PSG 3-2. It was a phenomenal game coming from FC Barcelona. They were amazing. Yamal ended that game with a 7.2 rating. Mendes, who was on the other side, ended with a 6.6 rating. Yamal won in this game, and not only that, Barcelona as a collective won in this game. So there goes 1 point for Yamal. Let's look at the next game. Barcelona versus PSG, and Barcelona's playing at home, which is the second leg. Barcelona unfortunately lost against PSG 4-1. Yamal still ended that game with a 7.2, and that is with him coming out on the 34th minute and ended up with 1 assist. The reason why Yamal ended up with 1 assist is because Mendes could not stop Yamal in those 34 minutes. Mendes, on the other hand, played a full 90-minute match with a 7.3 rating. Oh my god, bro, like a 0.1 margin against Yamal. The reason why Yamal came out on the 34th minute is because Araujo ended with a red card on the 33rd minute, because it was a ridiculous mistake from Ronald Araujo that had nothing to do with Yamal, and Yamal was forced to come out on the 34th minute. Mendes was lucky Yamal got taken off by Xavi Hernandez, but within those 34 minutes, Yamal did win against Mendes. I'm sorry to tell you guys, even though PSG as a collective won against Barcelona 4-1, Yamal still won in this 1v1 duel. So now let's talk about the last one, which is Spain versus Portugal for the Nations League final. Mendes did have a good game here. This is the only time I will tell you that Mendes showed that he was capable of stopping Yamal, and Mendes was spectacular. I'm gonna give it to him. He out-dribbled Yamal in every aspect. He was amazing. He scored goals, provided assists. Over the past 3 to 4 months before heading towards this final, he was carrying the momentum from PSG. But that was quite literally the only time. It was not even during a Barcelona versus PSG match. So I would say that right now, Yamal is winning over Mendes 2-1. And that is assuming if you want to count international matches. If you really think about it, Mendes never beat Yamal in a PSG shirt. Never. And heading towards this brand new game, Yamal is going to be facing Mendes with a much different image, meaning Yamal is much more mature this time, with much more composure. He's resilient. He is the main protagonist of Barcelona's attack. So I would tell you guys that Yamal has the capacity to take down Mendes in a ruthless way. It's not going to be easy. So already, I cannot wait for this game, only because of what Hakimi did state, because I really want to prove a point here, and I want Yamal to prove a point. I think that Yamal has the mentality to overcome these type of stories. But let's talk about the game, right? Let's talk about the match preview. Barcelona is going to be hosting this game. They will be welcoming PSG at the Estadi Olímpic. Let's look at Barcelona's recent form and build up to this match. Barcelona did get knocked out of the semifinals last season by Inter Milan, but they kicked off this campaign with a huge 2-1 win over Newcastle, thanks to Marcus Rashford scoring the brace. Barcelona have scored at least 3 goals in 6 of their last 7 UCL home games, which is really good. I think that this is going to be a high goal scoring match. They have also bagged a jaw-dropping 75 goals in their last 17 Champions League matches at home. So I do think that overall this club is very hungry to return to the top. They last won the Champions League back in 2015 under Luis Enrique, and now they're going to have to face Luis Enrique, who's coaching PSG. And then looking at PSG with their recent form and build up to this match, of course their momentum is going to be even greater, because they are the winners of the previous Champions League campaign. They also recently destroyed Atalanta 4-0 with goals coming from Marquinhos, Cavara, Nuno Mendes, and Gonzalo Ramos. If PSG end up winning Barcelona by more than 4 goals again, they'll be the first club to ever win 3 straight UCL games by that type of margin. However, their injuries are hitting them right now, and we'll talk about that in just a few minutes, because I do want to also speak about the quotes that Luis Enrique, Pedri, and Hansi Flick left during the pre-match press conference. Starting with Luis Enrique, and I quote, "I have loved Hansi Flick since the beginning for what he has done with this team. He attacks, he knows how to defend very well, he adapts to all game situations. I love watching this team play. I watch all Barcelona matches and I love it. I'm a big Barcelona fan, and their matches entertain me a lot. I'm happy to be back. It's my home. I spent most of my playing and coaching career here. It's not the Camp Nou, but it's a beautiful stadium. I played in the 1992 Olympics there. It's very special to be here." And then as for the preparation, he explained that no matter which players are there tomorrow, they will be part of a real team, which is what we are. We will prepare for the match in some way and in the best way possible to try and win the match. So of course, Luis Enrique is showing a lot of respect to FC Barcelona, but obviously he is the coach of love PSG and he's going to want to really win against FC Barcelona. And the reason why we really want to win this game is also because of Pedri, right? Pedri has not had a good experience playing up against PSG. For sure, he's going to want revenge. And this is one of the things that they have asked Pedri on whether he feels like he needs revenge against PSG, because PSG has always gave him historically headaches since 2021. And this is what he said: all of us who are Barcelona fans want to get that revenge. Next year, you can achieve what you left behind, and we all want to play these games. Then he spoke about the style that they're going to be playing versus PSG, and he stated, it's a match in which both teams will want to have possession. We are a brave team, and I think we'll be able to do it. I think it's one of the best matches you can play at club level. PSG is one of the best in the world, and I think we're the best, so it'll be a great match. And I do think that it's going to be a fascinating match. I cannot wait to see Pedri play next to Frenkie de Jong and really boss in the midfield. We're also going to be having that chance of seeing Vitinha versus Pedri, like who is going to be the true number 6 or number 8 to really make it happen for their club. And now lastly, let's speak about Hansi Flick and his message to Lamine Yamal. And he stated, for me, hyping a player up so much isn't good. We're focused on working hard. He's talented and can go very high, and he can reach even higher levels, but he has to work hard. It's not just about how good you are with the ball, but you also have to work defensively. And the reason why this matters and why he's saying that to Yamal and why he wants him to like really work on intercepting the ball, creating those anticipations, looking out to get the ball as fast as possible, is because PSG's attack is still very lethal. Even without Dembele, Doué, and Cavara, they're not going to be there. And let's remember, going back to the previous conversation, Nuno Mendes is a big part of their offensive team, and Yamal is really going to have to try and take the ball away from him. So now let's talk about the injury news and the team updates, starting with FC Barcelona. Let's remember that Ter Stegen will not be there, Gavi will not be there, Joan Garcia will not be there, Fermin, Rafinha will all not be there. But of course, Yamal is back. He's going to be okay. We saw his performance against Real Sociedad. He's up and ready. I also think that Marcus Rashford is expected to start again after shining versus Newcastle. We must reward that. Alejandro Balde is returning, but I don't necessarily believe that he's going to be starting over Gerard Martin. Gerard Martin will go over Balde, and we'll see a backline of Gerard Martin, Araujo, Kubarsi, and Jules Koundé, with Pedri and Frenkie in the midfield, and then our attack is going to be Yamal, Marcus Rashford, Olmo as the 10, and Lewandowski up top. And with PSG naming Joao Neves, Fabian Ruiz, and Vitinha to come to the squad list, I expect PSG to really have a strong 11 with Pacho, Mendes, also with Lee, Vitinha, Ramos, Barcola, Mbaye, Emery, all being in the starting 11 alongside with Hakimi. So all in all, this is going to be my final prediction. Now knowing the context of both PSG and Barcelona and who could they name for the squad list, I do think that FC Barcelona will win 3-1 with Barcelona flying, with Yamal, Rashford, Olmo, and Lewandowski all in form. I think that they can really get a good win, and if we can get that win, it's really going to give us the confidence and the boost that we do need today. And so that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.